Man, it really sucks that Gen V and Peacemaker ended at the same time. I mean, we have no superhero content to last us throughout the rest of the year.
Hey, fuck off!
And Ad Hoc said, step aside. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for today, this one is going to be reviewing something brand new on the channel. We are going to be reviewing the first 2 episodes of Dispatch by Ad Hoc. So, I wanted to get on this one because everybody was telling me, Dan, if you like Gen V, if you like Peacemaker, if you like Invincible, if you like Telltale-style video games, try this out. And I was like, okay, bet. So, I had some free time on my hands last night, and I decided to get into it, and good God, I'm happy I did, because this was really, really fun. There are 2 episodes that are out right now, and they're going to be releasing 2 episodes every single week, this time every single week. I think it's like 12 p.m. Eastern time, 2 episodes every single week, and there's 8 episodes, so for the next 3 weeks, they're going to be dropping 2 episodes, and that'll end on November 12th with episode 7 and episode 8, so that's the schedule there. Yeah, I got into this strictly because of the high demand for it, and especially when I saw names like Aaron Paul and Laura Bailey in this, and other ones like Penguin Zero and stuff, who's a famous YouTuber on here. Who doesn't love Penguin Zero? I was like, okay, I'm checking this out for damn sure. I am checking this out. So yeah, I started this and I was instantly into it. I had a blast. So we're going to talk about the story. We're going to talk about some of the choices I made, of course, because this is a choice-based game, kind of like Telltale. Ad Hoc is kind of a Telltale competitor these days, you know, because Telltale's kind of going, you know, it's kind of going down the pooper, if you will. I'll put it in that kind of term. And Ad Hoc has kind of turned into kind of the more modern Telltale, you know what I mean? And it's working out pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie. I instantly, when I finished these first 2 episodes, said one thing and one thing only. I was like, yep, I see a hit on their hands here. I see a very famous superhero story being, you know, prepared to be told here. Hopefully I'm right, but I don't know. You know, sometimes when you go through something or you watch something and you just feel like, yeah, I see a future in that. That's what I felt like when I saw this. I was like, yeah, I see something happening with this. So, you know, again, we'll have to see. But it's definitely something that I'm very curious on. Now, in terms of the choices that they make you make and some of the differences and some of the stuff that you can do, they kind of give you like a percentage, obviously, of like, you know, who chose what and this and that and, you know, how popular your decision making was and stuff like that. So I thought that was awesome. You get to see kind of the percentage of, you know, who chose what and this and that. So I thought that was a good little feature as well. Again, it felt like playing a Telltale game again. It really did. Which there are developers of Telltale that are on this company, Ad Hoc, so it makes sense why it feels so much like a Telltale game, even though it isn't. But it feels like it is. Like, if you would have slapped Telltale, you know, on this, I would have said, oh, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Like, it would have made sense. So, to be honest, I kind of hope this is where The Wolf Among Us goes. To be honest, I hope they take it. To be honest. But anyway, so that's contract stuff. That's gonna take a long time if that ever happened. But anyway, let's talk about the story here. So we got Aaron Paul playing our main character, Mecha Man, and the opening, I think 10-15 minutes or so is basically like a scene from before where you see him kind of destroy his suit. You see things kind of malfunction and go wrong, and you see all this stuff going down. It's a really action-oriented scene and stuff. And then basically we time skip, and then he's kind of just who he is now. He's lost his suit, he's lost, you know, everything that he's built and stuff like that, and he's kind of just, you know, miserable. And Aaron Paul, I mean, we've seen him play characters before, like Jesse in Breaking Bad, who's a really tragic, yet also comedic character when he wants to be, you know what I mean? So Aaron Paul playing this guy was an instant just scene stealer for me. And I loved seeing the journey of Robert, because that's his actual name, Robert, and we see him kind of walking around, kind of, you know, sad. He's got like this dog and stuff like that. He lives on his own based off what we're seeing. He's got a really low-profile life and this and that, and he's trying to, you know, stop robberies and stuff, but it's not really working out, you know what I mean? And these guys kind of turn on him and beat the absolute crap out of him, and then we get introduced to our second main character, I would put it, which is Blonde Blazer, who, I remember I saw her and I was like, okay. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, we see her come in and she saves him, and I was like, damn, Robert, holy crap, buddy. Okay, shoot. So, yeah, you got a tough one there, bud. So, anyway. She comes in there and basically you got them that kind of communicate and stuff like that. Apparently she starts drinking with him and stuff like that, and she's like, I can't, like, it takes a lot for me to start feeling anything, you know what I mean, no matter how much I drink. And then he's like, oh, you're lucky, and then you get these guys in this bar that kind of cause this fight with them and this and that, and it's this guy with all this like chest hair and stuff like that, and he kind of picks on Robert, and obviously Robert kind of fights back, but then the guys tell him to get the hell out of the bar, right? So you've got Blade or Blonde Blazer, who basically goes out there. She kind of gives him another drink, and then they basically kind of get to talking, and she's like, well, I work for this thing called SDN, and we could help you. I mean, we're a team, that could help you rebuild all, you need to rebuild, and you could join us and work with us and this and that. And, she kind of shows them a demonstration how it works and this and that. And I thought it was really fun to play too, because you can, assemble your own team and stuff like that, and, do all these missions and stuff. And I thought it was awesome the way the game was laid out, honestly. I thought it was really fun. And then you do have the option in this one to, kiss her. I chose to. I thought the moment was there, so I went and I did that. Yeah, there was a few other kind of decisions that you kind of have to make there. But, yeah, overall, he joins, and that is the gist right there, I'd say, of the first episode. So the first episode is fantastic. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really enjoyable episode, and it was a good starter for what, you kind of experienced. I liked Robert as a character. I liked his tragedy. I liked the opening stuff. I liked, Blonde Blazer. I thought she was interesting. I liked joining up with this new team and, kind of trying to build ourselves up now as Robert post what happened. You know what I mean? So it's a really tragic, sad, kind of comedy-based, mixture, you know what I mean? Which is always up my alley. I mean, it's stuff, there's reasons like this why I like The Boys and Invincible. So it's an instant steal for me. Now, the second episode I thought was even better, honestly. I thought the second episode was really interesting because we kind of get introduced to a few of these new characters. We get introduced to Waterboy, who I thought was kind of funny. He was part of the team. The girl with the pink hair, the one that we go out on that mission with, her name is escaping me right now. I'm sure I'll learn it, but she's kind of a rebel, you know what I mean? She's kind of a crazy one. She's like puffing stuff, and yeah, she's a bit more crazy. Again, her name is escaping me, but she was a entertaining character, I'll put it to you that way. And then we also have this old man that's there as well, too. Old man. And we've got a few others that are kind of there, you know what I mean? You get a few other, team members and stuff like that. You get, I think Royd was the guy's name, the guy you meet in the bathroom, which I fist bumped him. I don't know how you don't fist bump that guy. Like, I mean, the guy was just funny and chill as hell. But, yes, I fist bumped him. I thought it was kind of cool the way that they did the scenes because, again, you can kind of pick the way the interactions go, whether you want to be a little bit more friendly or whether or not, you want to be a little bit more, standoffish and not necessarily aggressive, but just more so like, kind of just more reserved, you know what I mean? So they kind of give you that option, which I thought was good. Yeah, I thought that was all really interesting stuff. We get them, they do this mission, he kind of guides this woman through all this stuff. We see his first day, in this office and stuff like that. Again, it was a very fun playthrough. It was a fun thing to play, through. And you could choose to rat her out or, not. I chose to. Obviously at that point, they're kind of talking and stuff. And, she's like, Blonde Blazer's like, yeah, I get it, but I see potential in this girl, so we're going to keep her. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay, that's fair play. So we have that going on. We have Waterboy that's making his way into this team as well, too, kind of around the same time, you know what I mean? The guy's so awkward, but hilarious, you know what I mean? I thought he was kind of funny. And then you got Robert and Blonde Blazer, and at the end I was like, oh shoot, are we gonna get together at the end or something? Nope. Her boyfriend comes in, the lead of the squad, if you will, comes flying in down from the sky, and we find out these two are dating, which I was just like, oh shoot, and they offer you to come to dinner or, stay back and this and that. I chose to stay back with the dog, because she was sitting there saying like, no, don't do it, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'll keep the peace, you know what I'm saying? I'll keep the peace going on, so I chose to go with that. And then he's like, yeah, stand back, as he picks her up and they fly away. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, awesome second episode too. I liked that one as well. I thought that one was very, very fun, funny, entertaining, action-oriented, really fun, gameplay and stuff. No, it was genuinely such a good time. I am, like, really impressed. I have not played a good superhero game. Well, actually, since the review that's going to be coming out later today. So, I have another gaming review coming out later today. You'll see that. But like, choice-based game, though. Like, choice-based superhero type of game. Like, I mean, like Batman, Telltale, or, like, stuff like this. Like, this is the type of stuff this kind of reminds me of. Like, it kind of has the tone of, like, The Boys Are Invincible, but it has the gameplay of an old classic Telltale game, and that's what I really liked about this. And of course, Aaron Paul leading this. I mean, of course I'm in. The actor is incredible. Jesse's actor from Breaking Bad. I mean, how could you not try this out? You know what I mean? So if anybody's on the fence about trying this out, if anybody's thinking, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, if you like superhero stuff, if you like out there stuff, if you like choice-based games, those three things in particular, I would highly recommend you check this out. And on top of that, if you like Aaron Paul, I think this would be up your alley. So we're going to be here for the next 3 weeks as these 2 episodes release. We'll do double reviews every week, I'm thinking, as I finish these 2 episodes, and then we'll do the reviews. Because, hell, I'm looking for more superhero content anyway, and this is banger stuff. So, honestly, it's kind of a good timing at the same time that Gen V and Peacemaker ended at the same time, because now we have this for the next 3 weeks to lead us all the way into, like, mid-November. So, honestly, I am all down. I am all down for this, and I've already seen some really great reviews from people, and reactions, and playthroughs, and stuff like that, yeah, no, honestly, I think this is going to be a really fun next 3 weeks. Good fun journey, honestly. I think it's going to be really good. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you have any predictions on where the story could go? Obviously, let me know your thoughts. If you're hopping onto this journey with me, let me know, and if you're kind of just tuning in to see what this all is, also let me know. So, anyway, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.